All right, so yeah, I'm Doug from New York Jaded. Gonna do a little video showing you guys how to play Broken Hearts Are to Blame. So song starts off with like an A dominant 7 shape here on the E, A, and D string. So we're playing the 5th fret on the low E, 4th fret on the A, and then the 5th fret on the D string. And then after that, we basically play that 5th fret again to the open E string. So we got, so one more time, a little slow. Okay, and then we're going down here, doing like an F major 7. We got the F on the low E, the 3rd fret on the A string, to the 2nd fret on the D string. Alright, so. And then we're playing that C on the A string again to the open A. So one more time. Then we're doing a C. So we got the 3rd fret on the D string, or A string, 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, and then this is where we do all the slidey bits with, do the first one with my pinky. We're sliding from 5 up to 7, back to 5 on that G string. So, and then we're doing the same thing, but on the D string, and I use my 3rd finger for that. And then we got the little chromatic run. So really slow here. So basically the whole riff slow. So up the speed, basically it's the same thing, pretty much repeated in the intro. So yeah, at the end of the intro, just kind of hit like an open kind of C thing there. All right, so then that takes us into the first verse. Nothing really changes the first time. You got the main riff, except the second time through, we finish with that, and we do the C slide bit with the pinky and everything. And then I do an octave D slide to an octave C. Hey, puppy. So yeah, we got the C bit, then an octave D. Okay, so one more time without the dog. C. So we 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, slide from 5 to 7 with the pinky, and then an octave slide from D up to E, back to D. And then same thing going from C to D to C. And then we just do the... Alright, so let me try that again. I fucked that up.
No problem, I can edit anything.
Oh yeah, so alright. So here's the whole first verse basically. So I'll do that one more time, super slow for y'all, and then we'll hit the chorus. So here it is, slow. So yeah, you know, when you're playing it up to speed, those slides can be a little tricky sometimes. Even I miss them sometimes. But so yeah, that takes us to the chorus. Chorus pretty basic. Starts off doing F bar chord. Then I do a G. I think I usually bar it. Yeah, so an F bar chord, just slide the whole thing up to a G major shape there, and then to an A minor. And then I do a little riff after the A minor. I don't know, it kind of reminds me like the beginning of Hey Joe. But it's kind of like, you know. So yeah, basically, you got the open E with the 3rd fret on the B string, and I'm hammering on from that 3rd fret to the 5th fret there, and kind of playing that a couple times, and then pulling off, and then playing the 3rd fret on the G string there. So the whole beginning there. Okay, and then it starts the same basically. You got the F major to the A minor again. So F major to the G major to the A minor. And this time we do like a little run up the neck. So starting on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, the G string there, basically play that A note, slide it up to B, take that B, 4th fret on the G there, slide it up another fret to the C, slide it up to the D, and then we end up on E on the 9th fret. So one more time. Now Tony, the other guitar player, I know there's another, I think we just do an octave thing there, but I don't exactly know what he does. I think it's like, so yeah, we got both things going on. So, hey Bob.
Hey, get off, dog.
All right, so where are we? All right, let's go over that chorus. So yeah, we got the F major, G major, A minor. So okay, so up to there, this is where it just changes a tiny bit. Still got the F major, going to the G major, and then we have an A minor, no, I'm sorry, we got the E major. So F major, G major, E major, which would be the major 5 of the A minor there, so. And then we go back to the A minor, we do a regular A minor, and then we change it to a G in the bass by just changing it to the 3rd finger, holding down the 3rd fret on the 6th string there. So after you do the A minor to the A minor with the G in the bass, back to F major one more time, let's move that up to the G major shape. And then this is something I never originally did. It was something that our friend of ours who did the recording kind of suggested in the studio. Do the F major to the G major, and then hit this A minor 7 shape up here, basically. So you got the 14th fret on the G string, 13th fret on the B, and then we hit the 15 on the high E string there. So again, it's a bit of a jump, but it has nice effects. So one more time. The last bit there. Shoot, keep on the chord. Yeah, I almost called her that too. All right. So last bit, one more time. All right, so. I'll do that whole chorus, I guess. Just intro, verse, chorus, bridge. So yeah, bridge is next. So the bridge starts off with a B major chord. Bridge is pretty straightforward, nothing too fancy going on here. Just a B major chord to G major, back to the B major, up to, I do a D major barred shape, and then we actually do an A major chord. Kind of this weird major minor thing going on here, but it works, so whatever. So yeah, basically just B major, G major, B major. You know, to break it down a little bit, we got second fret in the A string, and then fourth fret on the D, G, and B strings. You know, typical G major bar chord shape. 3 on the E, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3. Back to the B major, just move that same shape up to D major, and then the A major barred shape, just like we did with the G major, just, you know, up 2 frets on the 5th, 6th, and 7th fret there. So, yeah. And then instead of going back to B major up to D, we just go straight from G major up to the A major there. So there you have it. That's the bridge. One more time, just all the way through. And one thing I do tend to do is, I don't know, it's kind of like a country-ish style thing where, like, you hit, instead of strumming the full chord, like, a lot of times I'll hit just the bass note. Kind of like that Johnny Cash. Like, so, anyways, it just adds a little more character to it, I think. Right, so the solo, most of it's just, you know, in your basic pentatonic kind of shapes. You know, if you know your A minor pentatonic, you know, 5 8 5 7 5 7 5 7 5 8 5 8. So, anyways, yeah, you know, the scale guitarists love to death, basically. So we start off. I do a hammer-on the 3rd string, the G string, from 5 to 7, and then we go just back and play that 5, the 5th fret on the 3rd string there again. So hammer on 5 to 7 on your G string there, and then we're gonna play the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Now I'm probably gonna mess this up a lot because, you know, you just play things so many times you don't think about it. So now I'm playing like really slow. You know, it's tough to keep track. So anyways, that's it. So yeah, after you play the 5 on the 3rd string, you go ahead and play the 5th fret on the D string as well. Okay, so and then we hammer on. God, I gotta play this fast so I can actually remember it. Okay, so that's it. So yeah, we got hammer on there, 5th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret on the D string there. So then we're gonna hammer on from 5 to 7 on the D string, then play the 3rd fret on the G, back to the 7 on the D. So one more time. At this point, we're going to go up with our first finger to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Hammer on from 7 to 9. And then we're going to go back to the 5th fret with our first finger here on the 3rd string. Hammer on from 5 to 7. And then we're going to do another hammer on from 5 to 7 here on the D string. So, okay, and then so the whole thing so far we got. Then we just do this little chromatic thing here. We'll just go from on the D string 5, 6, 7 twice. So. So. And, you know, you can hear, like, I do a lot of right hand technique. I'm kind of killing those notes a lot. Alright, so after that bit, we're doing a bend on the 8th fret on our high E string here. Or actually, I lied to you. Second string on the 8th fret. Yeah, so we're going to do a bend on the B string next. So 8th fret, it's a whole step bend. So, you know, whenever you do a whole step bend, if you check it 2 frets higher, so we're bending the 8th fret. Should basically sound like the 10th fret. So, yep. So I bend it up, hold it, play it twice more, and then let it down. And then after you release it, we're going to play the 5th fret on the B string. So, all right, so whole thing. All right, so then we're doing this fun little riff here. Starting with the 8th fret on the high E string, pulling off to 7, which kind of incorporates a little more of the straight A minor scale. So I like to do that with the pentatonic. You know, I don't like to play just straight pentatonics all the time, so I throw in, you know, either the notes from the actual minor scale or, you know, whatever. It just makes it a little more interesting. So yeah, we're going to pull off from 8 to 7, and then we're going to go to the 8th fret on the B string. So, yeah, so one more time. 8, pull off to 7, to the 8th fret on the B string, to the 9th fret on the G string there. And then we're going to pull off to the 7th fret on the G string. And then what I do at this point is I actually tap the 12th fret. Hey, how's it going? All right, one more time. And then after you tap the 12, just going to pull off to that 9th fret there. So, hey.
All the applause, puppy.
All right, so one more time. All right, so once again, the whole thing. Now that timing there is pretty important. It's kind of like a triplet kind of thing, so it kind of goes against the feel a little bit. But okay, so after that, we do another bend here. This one, so it's on the 1st string, 10th fret. Again, we're doing a whole step bend, so you know you can check it by playing the 12th fret. So we're gonna bend, release, pull off to the 8th fret, and then play the 10 one more time. So, okay, and then this is where I don't know. Basically, I play the 8th fret, and then I just do this big jump right up into the octave here. So you're basically just trying to hit that 17th fret. So and then I do this little rundown. Basically what's going on up here is, so that's the upper octave of the, you know, the basic A minor pentatonic scale. So we're hitting that 17, then we're going on the E string, 17 to 15, 17 to 15 on the B string there. So we're basically using that next box over for a minute. So once again, 17 to 15 on the E, 17 to 15 on the B, 17 on the G, 17 on the D, and then we're sliding into the 19 on the D. So, and then again, we do like a little flat 5 chromatic run here, starting on the A string, 17th fret, going 17, 18, 19. So So 17, 18, 19, 17 on the D, back to the 19 on the A, back to the 17 on the D, and then resolve it on the 19 on the D. So once again, a little slower. So yeah, just a recap. All right, now this last bit, I don't know, kind of on your own a little bit because I never play it the same way twice. I kind of generally hit a specific vibe, but I don't know, my philosophy on playing is, you know, like there might be little things you hear throughout the song, especially in the solo, that I might not necessarily be explaining because it's got a lot to do with feel and stuff, you know, little nuances in playing that, you know, I don't really think about, I just kind of do it. So anyways, yeah, the last bit, I kind of do this like just a fast pentatonic run. So yeah, it's kind of like, your kind of typical like rock and roll kind of pentatonic licks. I'll try to explain the best I can what I do. It's kind of like hammer on 17, 19, on the D string to the G string, and then I kind of bend the 19 on the G to the 17 on the B, 17 on the high E. Actually, I kind of guess I do a pull off there too. So 17. So, you know, like I said, just kind of just go with the flow. I mean, I don't really do anything too overly specific here. So, yeah. So, and then, you know, I end up usually bending this 20th fret on the B there. And I do kind of a sweeping kind of motion there. You know, kind of like that almost Chuck Berry-ish kind of, almost, but. So yeah, and then the last bit of the solo, it's just really fast. So yeah, basically. So it's basically we're playing the 19th fret on the E to the 20. And then kind of doing this little hammer pull thing, 19, 20, 19, 17, all on the E. And then hitting the 20 on the B string. And then just ending up the solo with the bend on the 20th fret there. So, yeah, that's basically it for the solo. So yeah, from there we just go back into the chorus, do a double chorus into the outro. So back, you know, to the F major, to the G major, to the A minor. It's all the same as the other choruses, you know, I mean, just keep it simple, you know. The only thing that's slightly different, as you can hear on the recording, when we do the high A minor 7 there, you kind of hit like a, this, it resolves kind of like an E there. So, you know, you got the chorus. So yeah, so same A minor 7 shape, 14 on the G, 13 on the B, 15 on the E, but I'm just kind of then hitting that E there at the end of that. So, and then just to end it up, basically one more chorus. We got the F major to the G major, A minor, doing this little lick one last time here. F major, G major, A minor, F major, to G major, E, A minor, to the G in the bass. And then at the very end, instead of doing that high A minor 7, we're going F major, G major, and then I resolve it with a barred A minor chord. So you got the 5th fret on the E, 7th fret on the A and D strings, and then 5th fret on the G, B, and E strings. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I hit everything. So cool.
Guess so. I don't know. You're the one who teaches for a living.
Yeah.
I'm just an internet loudmouth at this point. Well, I guess we're done. Unless
Cool.
you want to do some other bullshit, feel free.
I don't know. Cool. Works for me.